wrong one. Game capture. Oh! There it is. Alrighty. We're here. We're live. We're here. We're live. We're here. We're live. Everything is normal. And yeah. Hooray.
DanganRonpa.
Alrighty. Ooh. Hello, everybody. All just me so far. I don't know if you guys can see, but I have my Togami shirt on because he is my favorite boy. He's an asshole, but I love him. I'm just gonna wait a couple of minutes to see if people actually show up. Yeah. God, I hope people show up. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. I always like to turn this down a bit because it's so bright. I mean, what would happen if I turned it off? I need the light. Can't see shit. I guess I'll have to go to... I'm gonna just post it on whatchamacallit. The Tumblies. Tumblr. Mike is here! Alright. I got... Hold on. I got the shirt on. Still. Hell yeah. I got that fit. I'm gonna sit back down. And we're gonna start this game. Oh my god. Look at all this shit we've been through. Okay. So. We've been through a whole fucking lot, as you can see. We're at the end of chapter 5 now. And I am excited. Let's get to it. Okay, so we've got some very, hold on. We got some very, insightful music here. But I'm just gonna do our basic little, recap, as I always do. From what I remember, we basically finished the entire 5th chapter, including the trial last week. So what happened? We found a dead body. We didn't know who the hell's dead body it was, because it was no one's. It wasn't even Kirigiri's, because she randomly showed up just in time for the trial. We thought it was, but it wasn't. We also almost caught we caught Kirigiri in a lie, and could have blamed the supposed murder on her, of this mysterious dead body, who is Mukuro Ikuzawa, we've discovered. But we didn't, and we ended up in the trash, because during our execution, Alter Ego stepped in, and obviously saved us. So, there we go! We are ready. I think that pretty much sums it all up. I think we're ready to go. So here we go. Alright, the ultimate despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the mastermind's true identity. Oh yes, we've discovered that the ultimate despair is not just one person, but multiple people. Which makes sense, considering. Our enemy has finally been revealed. So here we are, in amongst all this fucking trash. But right now, we have to get out of this horrible place. Figure out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. Let's see. What else? What can we look at? We can't really look at much. It's locked, but we have a way to open this door. I mean, Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolute vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
That's right. Then we should be able to use it to open that door, right? Hey, Kyoko, we can use that key of yours to open this door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out. Kyoko took the key out with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. And then, click! It opened! Wow! We're so smart! This TV audiences. TV audiences everywhere are the true culprit. Doing all this for entertainment. And now we can get out of here. Let's go! Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Guess we're not so down in the dumps after all. Finally. We were finally free. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief, because the real fight had just begun. I'm wondering... Was it the anime that did the ladder scene? That was like... Or was it this one? After leaving the garbage... Yeah, they don't do the ladder scene in this. They only do it in the anime. In the anime, there's a ladder scene. And it very much reminds me of the ladder scene from fucking MGS. where like, Snake Eater starts playing. But, like, they obviously don't... But, like, clearly, it's, like, a very long ladder. But, like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, Snake Eater. That's just me and my dumbass with the fucking video game references. Don't mind me. So after leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chin. Oh wait, maybe they are doing it! There was a metal ladder leading up to the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. Snake Eater! The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. Oh, God. Every long ladder is an MGS reference forever now. Exactly! It's lore now. It's server lore. We gotta put it in the Discord server. We climbed into darkness. Why, hello, Junko and Oshima-chan. Welcome to the chat. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down.
Hey.
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. I love how they've blackened out. I'm reaching towards the screen as if you can actually see me reaching towards the screen. But I like how they've blackened out her ass so that we don't have to see it. Thank God. I mean, this franchise has enough fucking fan service, to be honest. But now that you've said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off of it. Oh, we got little comic book panels! Woo! Woo! Exciting! So Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
So...
Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective is considered a secret duty. Oh, I've got a follower? Oh, thank you for following! Oh, and welcome to the chat! It's very nice to have you here. You're a new face. It's very exciting. Alright. So my family's always seen it that way. Alright. Then, is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So...
Right.
Because we take pride in it. Pride?
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort? Welcome to whatever this is! Yep, whatever the fuck this is!
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. So that explains. Before I came here, when I was looking up information about the school online, I never saw anything about there's a huge-ass fucking grammar error right here. Before I came here, Win was looking up info. See, no. No. I went to school for this. That's bad. It's bad grammar. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However,
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh?
in
order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However,
There is something I want to say to him, though. What?
I...
No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young, so I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising future.
However,
But he had no interest in detective work. So he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument, and young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. He stole my noodles. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. You can have more noodles later. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. Damn, Kirigiri. If I'd gone with him, I'd never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that, compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However,
But there's one thing that I can never forgive. Really?
so...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind, like I said. I think it was a good thing.
However,
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, just to cut him out like that?
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by the heart and soul? No.
Hey,
Is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that, I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. And we just climbed up the ladder and cue Snake Eater right now. And after, I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Hello, Kin! Welcome! You missed the little, the recap. But that's, well, that's okay. We know you can't stay long. It's all good. But we're finally out of the garbage pit. Finally. Oh yes, by the way, Kin, we're in a garbage pit right now. We got accused of murder, and we got shoved into the trash, basically.
indeed.
On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back.
That's right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so... looks like we're back! Naegi got cancelled. We got accused of murder. Apparently, Mukuro Ikusawa was murdered. We don't exactly know how, because there was just... The trial was very confusing. But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope Speak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. Alright, I guess, we can get the fuck out of here? Let's talk to her one more time. So, now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out... And I'm worried about you, too. You helped me, so they might...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So then...
Then let's just get a concrete answer. Huh?
In other words...
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's...
However...
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out, and it's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Like, there was surveillance cameras in the trash room too, like, obviously. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry. What do you think was gonna happen? What you think is gonna happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared. You said something like that before. What does it mean?
So...
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukuro's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was?
Right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still a little... No, I'm super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going! How the fuck does she know that Monokuma's in the gym? That's my issue here. Alright. Yeah. That's where we want to go. We want to go to the gym. Alrighty.
Well now, well now, well now, well now.
There you be. Kyoko, I don't mind so much. But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay? You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So what if I did? What will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again. And this time I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko!
Right.
Do whatever you feel you have to. What?
However...
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
No.
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that it matters to you, right? Huh? I lose?
Hey!
You! Explain yourself! What do you mean by that?
Because...
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
In other words...
I was supposed to be chosen as the Blackened, and then executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
However...
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
Right.
And in response to that unexpected development,
Indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming that Makoto was the Blackened and tried to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation, no more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
However,
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you killed it. Makoto confirmed, too pure. He's too pure for this world.
am I wrong?
Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro. You did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the Blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the Blackened is me, not Makoto.
Well?
And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that! What is this, a comedy routine? To make such a bold claims without a shred of evidence.
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is only one absolute truth. And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type?
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love and to inspire.
however,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
What the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Oh yeah, by the way, everything is being broadcast to the entire world on every single TV station in the entire world. So that's something. Huh?
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because we said it is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair fair and square,
that's what we have to do.
then I suggest you take my advice. So, what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Mukuro's trial all over again. Only this time, you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for
It's-
one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair.
There you go. She said it for me.
Hey,
Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial, one last showdown, in other words. This would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Ooh, he finds it interesting. Thank you for that line delivery, Panther. Yes. Yes, it's the same voice actress.
Barrett!
Very interesting indeed. Barry? We're going back to the bear puns? We haven't had a bear pun since like chapter 2.
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So time for bear jokes. Now, what you've suggested might be plausible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
in other words,
Does that mean you accept?
You guys!
spent 4 years of my life obsessing over these games. If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Oh no, now he's Teddy from Persona 4! Fuck! God! Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory?
I can barely contain myself!
Let's have one final grisly showdown! He agreed? Then we still have a shot at this.
Bear it!
But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end.
Guys!
So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. I can't stand the fucking barefoot puns, and oh god. All the mysteries? That's right, every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that,
I can barely contain myself!
then that'll be enough to oh, fuck me. The despair in my eyes! These are so bad! To qualify as a victory for you! Stop! That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well good, then let's bear it all. You can claw your way to the truth! Of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of this school.
You guys!
Then you win. But if you can't do all of that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this all has turned out.
Hey.
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that, for sure. Oh god, for sure? I've played these games multiple times. And every single time, the bear puns are what fucking destroys me. So what?
Hey.
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement. You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. God fucking damn it. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a trial for Mukuro is no exception to that. Huh? Mukuro's trial is no exception? Then it's part of the regulations. Which would have to mean that whoever killed Mukuro... It's a very polarizing approach, I know. But, okay, enough puns. Anyways, here's a hint. Oh, polarizing. Oh my god. I'm sure I've told you this already, but... This killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. What?
Listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why did he go quiet all of a sudden?
Now I'm really angry!
I'm done talking. I got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would ya? Why are you so mad? He seems emotionally unstable.
Hey!
Leave me alone! Get out of here! Okay, I'm going. You're really gonna let me go? I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment, overflowing with despair.
Hey.
I used to mimic his laugh, and my ex would get so mad when I did it. He's like, shut the fuck up! It was so funny. Come on, Makoto, let's go. Okay. Like, I would do that. I would do the and Cody would just be like, are you kidding me? Really? Stop it with the evil fucking laugh. It was so funny. Alright. So, Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. And just like that, we were out of the gym. Now what the fuck do we do? I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
However...
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true. Still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But, honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
So...
They had no choice but to accept. Huh?
Because...
It's all because of that one moment that the mastermind let their guard down. Like I said. Let's talk about how they let their guard down. So when was it that the mastermind let their guard down?
So...
I wasn't there to hear it myself. But do you remember what the mastermind said? They said that they had hijacked our airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
Listen.
And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
However...
And yet somehow the mastermind was able to do it.
In other words...
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason that they had to do something that difficult. A reason?
So...
They had to show the world something. No matter the cost, us killing each other. They wanted to show the world?
It would seem...
Monokuma's just letting this conversation take place. He's like, yeah, just let them talk about, you know, my slip up to the world. It's fine. The mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
In other words...
So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why?
Correct.
To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point?
Hey.
The outside world has a name for the students of the Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. You're talking about hope, right?
That's right.
And for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair, the mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal, as the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope. But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right, it is ridiculous. Completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto.
I know how angry it must make you, and yet that same motivation is what led to the mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
In other words...
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. The mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
At the very least.
That's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves?
Indeed.
That is precisely the reason. Oh, have fun. Thank you for showing up, Ken. Have a good night. Alright. Cold coffee. Hell yeah. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Jinko broke the rules, so she was punished, but in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial following all their proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when the fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion?
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words,
it would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that they violated their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge.
However,
well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance, because you believed in me, other than another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
Wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. But it looks like I got it right, this time at least. I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Ugh. Okay, I'm comfortable now. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I showed my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
However,
anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time.
correct.
Or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There's no option except to win.
Hey,
But before we begin the battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now that we know who our real enemy is, all we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone.
however,
Is that really possible? Huh?
anyway,
right now we have to go find the others.
shall we go?
They're probably in the dorm somewhere. Shall we go? Alright. We shall go. Where the heck would they be? Are they maybe in here? And suddenly we were greeted with I'm not gonna try and pronounce that. That's just a bunch of gibberish. You again. Sure. Is he broken? I suppose his emotional instability reached its limit. Yeah. Same. Jeez, what the heck?
However,
I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a... He's cryptyping. He's cryptotyping. He's gonna sell us some NFTs. Fuck! I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Ah!
is that
Our friends! Our friends! The ones that fucking voted us to fucking die! Woo!
You guys!
It is!
There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
You survived?
Jeez. You're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
Wow, thanks, Tagami! Fuck you! I still love you, though.
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
Everyone was there, all my friends who had struggled together and survived. And as soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up. Aw, he's a little baby! Wait, what's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks! We're covered in trash still! It's Makoto, he smells like a wet dog! Get away! Shoo! Shoo! And in a flash, my tears dried up.
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain? Explain what? But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all. I need to tell you all about the last class trial. Last class trial?
In other words,
We're gonna redo Mukuro's trial.
Huh?
What? Seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it, like I keep telling you.
wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer, and of course it's not me or any of you. Then who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is, it was all the work of the mastermind.
Huh?
What? You're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro?
That's right.
That's right. And it was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to stop it.
However,
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did
You
say?
spotted the trap? Did you? You make it sound like it was easy. I just,
however,
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial done one more time.
Huh?
And then the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said, now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean.
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here. It's 'cause you're stupid. Don't worry, sweetheart. It's because you're stupid. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again later. So, knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind? But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery? But we've been looking around all this time, and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You've probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies. Everyone? He's so... I love Yasuhiro. He's hilarious.
I hate you.
Hey, who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with my master. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible. He's like, I don't want to be in this place with her any longer. Anyway, at this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say. But figuring out who the mastermind is and how they killed Mukuro and all the school's mysteries. It's a pretty tall friggin' order. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. What do you mean by that? You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
Indeed.
That's what I thought too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint? It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I've told you all this before, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students, and the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable.
Huh?
Huh? But why?
So in other
If
words...
the mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have to have set foot in this school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
In other words...
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game. Then the mastermind is... one of us, clearly. There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Mukuro and you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them.
That's right.
And one of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive, are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now? You're saying the mastermind is one of us?
No way!
You can't be serious. Wait, we can't say that's sure, or we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said all that to confuse us.
Indeed.
It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. She almost said among us. She almost said among us. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair, so they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. Among Us. Among Us. I haven't played Among Us in like months now. It's so funny. But if one of us is the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
but
I don't care how sneaky you are. You would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right?
Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still. It's 10 p.m.
This is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode.
Oh, we're getting a little bit of a fourth wall here. Because, as you all know, if we had fucked up the last trial and blamed Kirigiri, we would have gotten the bad ending.
So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school. Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
Ooh, here we go. How very I'm not even gonna fucking attempt to say that. Magnamios? I fucked that up. How very whatever of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of my family.
At this point, I can only rely on myself, on the Togami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility.
Goodbye.
Well then. After making his final statement, magnanimous. Magnanimous? Is that how you pronounce it? I learned a new word today. Master, he didn't take me with him.
Hey.
Do you blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream, or coffee. You're totally useless. So, bye. Well, she's gone. Now she's gone. And you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
Just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. Okay. Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves. What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing.
But,
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know?
'cause
But up until now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died. Makoto? That's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless.
okay.
So I figure, at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. Wow. She wasn't useless. What the hell? Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just us two.
Indeed.
Indeed. Should we talk to her again? So you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However,
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're doing our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
so...
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigating doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as us splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
So then...
Well, I better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to go check.
Correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the schools have been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto.
Makoto, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. With that, she was gone, leaving only me. I don't have any time to waste either. I have to begin my search. Still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of this school. And then we can all escape together. Alright, here we go! This is it! This is the end game, basically. We're at the end. I'm probably gonna wait and do the trial next week. So this stream might be shorter than others because we're obviously gonna do the investigation, but then we're not gonna do the trial. We're just gonna pause at the trial. So let's look at the Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we found out who killed Mukuro Ikusaba, then we will know who the mastermind is. So, where should I start my investigation to figure out Where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I can't speak, man. It's terrible. I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. The headmaster's room, the biolab, and the door in the data center with the Monokuma's face on it. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms where the gate was down before. What? That should be open now, right? After that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder. Which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. Alright, places to check. So, we are closest to the gate that leads to the second floor of the dorms. So I think that's where we're gonna start. We're gonna go all the way over here and check right here. The gate's open. How exciting. We can finally check out the second floor of the dorms, which means I have to do it. This is the second floor of the dorms. Looks like some ancient ruins. Or no, it's more like a battlefield, like a bomb blew up here or something. Like, what the heck? It's like, that's a blood stain? Like, we got blood stains? The hell's going on? We got a bunch of fucking just black void. This is the girls' bathroom. Even a place like this, I can't bring myself to go in. Well, let's go into the boys' bathroom. There's absolutely nothing in here. Okay. I like that they let us go into the bathroom, at least. Let's check down this hallway first, though. I don't think we can go in there because there's just black void. There's just even more fucking blood and gore here. Oh, we're allowed in here. The bed is completely torn apart. I mean, it's not even really a bed anymore, it's just garbage. Ooh. What is over here? Why are we looking over here? Oh, that's the door. Okay. What about this bathroom? I opened the door just a crack, glanced inside, and immediately closed it again. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom. It's just a big pile of rubble. I'm like 90% sure we should be looking at these papers. But... really? Nothing? Okay. There's literally nothing else for us to look at down here, so I guess we have to go over here. Which... what the hell? We got Egyptian scribble? Hieroglyphics? What the hell? I don't want to go in there just yet. That seems important. There's a giraffe on there, so... interesting. There's more blood. And it's real blood. It's not the hot pink blood. Oh, this seems even more important. Huh. Okay, let's go over to here then. We got fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! In this house? Oh, there's a locker room here? This room is filled with lockers. It must have been for the Hope's Peak students who came before us. The class before ours must have used these lockers. Me, who's played every game. Really? The class before you? Oh, I guess we're gonna have to check every fucking locker. Because it's literally telling us to. Oh, there's a metal plate mounted to the locker. I really want to know what's inside, but there's no way. I can't imagine any way of getting this locker open. I'm not even gonna bother trying. I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope, locked. There's a card reader installed on the door. That must be how you get the locker to open. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers for the locker rooms on the second floor of the school. Okay. And you have to use your e-handbook to open those up. So does that mean, well, let's just give it a try. And then, no luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. I wouldn't say none of us. I mean, maybe one of us. God, oh my god, I gotta check all of these shit. Okay, I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope, locked. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god, we gotta go through this all again. Just, no. No luck. Okay. Tap. Maybe one of these. No luck. Okay. It looks like we're not having luck with these lockers. Oh my god, I don't want to go through this whole thing again. Okay, no luck. I'm not even gonna bother with this shit. Yeah, I'm just not gonna bother with this shit. We're just gonna leave the area for now. We'll figure that out later. For now, let's go see what the big fuss is for this big fancy door. Ooh, this is a big fancy room. This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It has a more adult atmosphere. What is there, porn magazines everywhere?
Correct.
It's the headmaster's private room. Where the fuck did you come from? Kyoko!
Indeed.
You got me choking here. I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. Huh? A regret? Okay. I mean, this is a look, he's got a fucking curtain so that he could just hide himself while he's fucking. Let's talk to Kyoko. Alright. She must be thinking about something. I probably shouldn't bother her. Okay. Well, let's check out the computer, I guess. There's a PC on the desk. It must have been... There's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster.
It would seem...
Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. The PC still has some search results left on it. Then we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair.
However...
There's not much, though. Nothing we don't already know.
In other words...
The ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead it points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy, which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst source of people, whose driving force comes from despair.
However...
And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there? But I guess that's just the best he could do as complete Kirigiri failure. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on.
Correct.
I see. That's a good outlook to have. Ultimate despair. Wow! We did it! There's a chair. A leather chair. I can't imagine a student using something like this. It must have been the headmaster's. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. There's something else here. Hello? Desk is home to a computer. Oh. That was lame. There's this recession in the wall. We should probably look at that. Huh? There's a strange gap in the wall. Is it some kind of design mistake or a construction defect or something?
So...
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze?
Indeed.
There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. An open space? Does that mean... You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. Okay, how do we open it? You know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
A very easy trick, yes. So easy, I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on that PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up.
However...
But I don't have a clue what the password might be. All we know is it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. And we can't really go from there. You're right, that's not nearly enough to go on.
It's true.
I looked through all of his paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password. When I think of how much time I wasted on this... Jeez. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her, there's nothing more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can't figure it out, no way do I stand a chance. No, wait, there might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
What?
Huh? Oh, sorry, I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password, knowing how she is, I bet the idea never occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it, just to be sure?
Well?
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Okay. So, let's try it out! You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name. But if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more.
Hey.
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay. In that case, here goes nothing. Sorry. I've been talking too much, man. I collected myself, then turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. Typed her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling as I finished typing it in. Oh! We did it! What? That did it? Kyoko, it worked! She's not happy about that. She's not happy about that at all.
Why?
Why? Ooh, she pissed! Ooh, she's angry. She's like, excuse me? Excuse me? Big W, but also big L. F's in the chat for Kirigiri, man. Kyoko? Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko? Well, I guess we should follow her. See what the hell's in there. Big W. Hey, Kyoko? I may as well not even have been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. A present? Wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual. Oh. Oh. Oh no, I guess we gotta look at the present! There's a brightly colored box here. It seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm kind of getting a bad vibe from it. But I mean, we can't not open it. Okay?
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto. Why? You think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous. But surprising, probably. Huh?
It would seem...
If it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there?
Anyway...
Just don't scream or anything, okay? Are you saying it's something that'll make me want to scream? Okay, I'm just gonna open it! Heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath and then took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside and... he did scream. So, Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. It's a fucking dead body! That's interesting. It's a skelly man. It was bones. Human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. Okay, first off, I do a lot of death research because I do plan on going into school for embalming. Whoever murdered this person, how did you get the bones so clean without the use of chemicals and stuff? Because the chemicals would have been they would have made the whole place fucking stink up, man. And it would have taken a very long time, like at least a week to do that. Maybe even 2 weeks. At most. Could be even a whole month sometimes. Depends on how big the body is. Anyways, enough death talk. I mean, who could have possibly imagined?
I see.
Just as I thought. What? Should we talk to her? Just as you thought? How could have you known that? I mean, there were bones in there. Human bones!
Wrong.
Well, it's not that I was thinking of the bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing! A dead guy in a box! My father. Oh. Oops. Oops. Naegi, what the fuck? What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box. Those bones. That body. That's my father. That's awkward. Or at least what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? The same man she's been searching for. Hold on. How can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
So...
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. So, that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in this school right now. It's a very polarizing approach, I know. But, okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but... This killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. Alter Ego said that the headmaster was probably here in the school. But the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were the 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume.
In other words...
That most likely my father was in this school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyway. Fun fact, that intro cutscene at the beginning of the game with the guy in the rocket, That's Kyoko's dad. We watched his execution, basically. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or, no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe at some point she wanted it to be proven wrong. Which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties. But was that all there was to it? I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Whew! Well, let's keep looking around, I guess. We've got a picture here. We should look at that. Huh? This picture. It's all faded. It must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of... Hey, Kyoko. Oh, I think she's pissed now. That face does not look very happy. Oh, she's very pissed.
Why would you?
Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past, and yet to now find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now? Then I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. She looks so cute! What the hell? She's adorable! Oh my god. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time? He must have really cared about her.
Why?
Why? What? I wanted to face him and tell him myself, to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. And now he's abandoned me again. And this time, he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? Well, yes. I mean, he could have done shit to you that, you know, is awful. Abandoning you is awful, but you know what I mean. There's worse shit. Alrighty. Let's check these drawers. This filing cabinet seems like the kind of place you'd find a clue. I should take a closer look. But I don't think Kyoko would like some stranger like me touching her dad's stuff.
Hey.
It's fine. Check whatever you want. Are you sure? Okay then. Let's go. Went through each drawer one by one, starting from the top. But all I found were piles and piles of unrelated documents. He was pretty dedicated to his job, huh?
Well?
It's just because he didn't have anything else. He could have inherited our family business, our legacy. Instead, he left it all behind.
Now,
if he couldn't even handle a job like this, he would have been that much more of a failure. I'm sure he couldn't stand the thought of that, and it made him desperate. The headmaster's desk. It's probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission.
Hey.
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like. Are you sure?
Because...
Never let anything get in the way of the investigation. I don't. Okay then, if you don't mind. Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer... Huh? Is this? It's an e-handbook, right? And it has a label on it that says, in case of emergency. Maybe we could go open up them lockers! Ooh!
In other words...
A handbook with no limitations, given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what that is. I think you're probably right.
It would seem...
It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? Huh? But Kyoko,
I
don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? Alright. I think we should go look at them fucking... Oh. Let's go look at them lockers.
Hey,
Listen, Makoto. Huh? Can I ask you a favor? A favor? What is it?
so...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this. And I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more, but...
Hey,
Could you leave? Huh?
correct.
Just for a little while. I'd just like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko? Don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little. I need
Just
to
a
get my
second.
emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you're gonna say? If so, it's just a theory. And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right, I'm sorry.
Anyway,
Once I've got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. Then I'll see you later. Alright. I think we're done here. Is she really okay? Kyoko, it must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. Like, hello? There's a dead body in a box? There's no doubt the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster, killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. Alright. The one leading the Hope's Peak staff, the one who finalized the plan to isolate you, was the Hope's Peak headmaster. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now. Okay, but we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind. Which means the mastermind's true identity is... it's one of us. Possibly. Has to be one of the 16 students. So. 15 of us met in the hall, and add Mukuro to the mix, and we got 16. Including me, of only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Even Mukuro. Even she's undeniably dead. So the ones still left alive are... me, Byakuya, Hiro, Toko, and Hina, and Kyoko. Only those 6 people are still alive. Then there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. Alright. Let's use our little new handbook here to, see if we can get into these lockers. Bam! I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope, locked. That must be how you get the locker open. After all, it's pretty similar to the readers, blah blah blah. So does that mean... well, let's just give it a try. No luck. Maybe only the locker's own... wait, but... what about that emergency handbook? Ooh! What about it? Let's try it. I took the emergency handbook and ran that across the card reader, and... It let us in! Alright, just what I was hoping for. Now let's see what we've got inside. This locker is totally disorganized. Whoever it belongs to probably has organizational problems in every part of their life. This is a crystal ball. Huh? A crystal ball? No, it can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. It's just not possible. There's books in here. There's all kind of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order. And dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever stuffed this is didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible, I picked up one of the notebooks I saw. But the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. Bruh! It's Yasuhiro's! Oh! This is... Oh. It's getting spicy. What? There was no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written Yasuhiro Hagakure. This is our Yasuhiro? The notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of different classes, which would mean he attended classes here? No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to the school at the same time as the rest of us, and we were all sucked into this evil world. We never had the chance to take any classes. So what is this notebook? Locker notebook has been added. I don't think we can really look at much else. So, let's look at this one now. I don't see anything that might be a clue. Okay. This is practically empty. There's just one thing, some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure who it is. But there's some writing inside. It could be important. I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I better take a look. Looks like a girl's handwriting. How can you tell it's a girl's handwriting, Makoto? All of the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. Huh. I was flipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there, words I'd heard before. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the head master and my father. Ooh. I'm like reliving like all of my memories of playing this game for the first time. I love this game, man. He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as the foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be able to be willing to go along with this plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was, and I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko, it couldn't be anyone else. But if this belongs to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hasn't seen her dad since she left when she was little. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. Just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. What does this all mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would have proved me wrong about this whole thing. But when I reached the last page, the question marks spinning through my mind just started spinning that much faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocket book, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. Despair walks among us, and so we survive. What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? There's a second despair. Wow. We're back! We're back! The more I see, the less it makes sense. Because these lockers, I mean, they had to belong to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Why are there things in the lockers that look like they belong to people here? A notebook that seems like it belongs to Hiro? And a pocketbook that seems like it belongs to Kyoko? There has to be some kind of explanation. But if I want to find that out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward. And I have to believe in everyone. Alright, let's check this next locker. A whole lot of nothing. What about this one? A whole lot of nothing. Oh, that one's not gonna open apparently. What about this one? Oh. I guess we're not... I guess those were the only two. Oh, we're gonna go... We're gonna escape that. We're gonna go R. I think that's enough clues for up here. The only other thing I guess we could do is go see all the other closed doors. So let's see. Several rooms had been locked up to the headmaster's room on the 4th floor, the biolab on the 5th floor, the Monokuma door in the data center, and the 2nd floor. Okay, so we did the 2nd floor dormitory. The next, I guess, there's 2 on the 4th floor and 1 on the 5th. So let's go to the 4th floor. So we're gonna go map. 4th floor. We are gonna head to the data center. Seems like the only way to do this, right? Oh, look!
Hey,
Hina's
Makoto.
here. Ah, Makoto, are you here to look around too? Is that what you're doing here? Yeah, I can't help but wonder about that Monokuma door.
Yeah.
So I figured if all the doors in the school had been unlocked, that one should be open too, right?
But
Although I couldn't bring myself to open it because it might explode, right? And that really sucks. So you open it. She's just like, yeah, I'll throw you under the bus. You can get fucked, but me, nah. I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. All right, well, let's go in there. Okay, so I guess I'll open it. Wait, let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded. Hina raced over to a nearby desk and hid underneath it. Wow. Okay, go ahead. Everything will be okay, right? Alright, here goes nothing. I threw all my weight into it, but the door opened much easier than I expected. There was no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was... Whoa, this place is totally sci-fi. Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. Wow, look at this place. There's a bunch of tables. There's a bunch of computers. So let's look around. We've got 3 things. We got this little hatch, we got this computer, and we got Hina. So let's look at the little hatch first. There's some kind of hatch on the floor. But right now I'm more concerned about that weird device. Okay, well, let's look at the weird device then. What is this device? Looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top though, like some kind of military installation or something. Yeah, it kind of looks like a mech cockpit, right? Hifumi'd probably freak out if he saw it. Cockpit? So the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. Then could that mean...
Okay.
Alright, let's start poking at it or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons. Hold on! You can't just... or whatever, something like this. Okay, Hina, chill. But it was too late. Hina was already jabbing away at the control panel. Huh? Did you hear that? Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Hina, what did you push? I'm not totally sure, but I think it was that one. The button that says Data Center. Data Center? I took a good look at the control panel. And I saw a bunch of buttons, each with the name of the room next to it. And just like Hina said, there was one labeled Data Center. That must be the one she pushed. But the Data Center, that's right next door. The room we were just in, that's where the strange noise came from? I'd probably better go check it out.
Yeah.
Yes, please. I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now, so I'll just cheer you on from over here. Okay. Did I just hear what I think I heard? Is that a Monokuma? Hey! Gore, give me all your donuts. She's so cute! I love her! Is that you, Hina? What? Aw, man, busted. How did you know?
Say what?
Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote-controlled camera setup? You don't even know what you're controlling?
Hello.
Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from in here.
Found it.
Ah, guess what I found? A self-destruct button! Whatever you do, don't push it.
Too bad.
Aw, man. Were you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles it. The room with the Monokuma drawing on it, and the control panel inside. Let's head back in there. Whoa, hey Makoto, what the heck was that just now? Monokuma. Huh? What do you mean? What you were controlling just now, it was Monokuma.
Huh?
Monokuma? What? For real? She's so cute. I love her so much. Yep, it looks like that panel definitely controls Monokuma. Which means the mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they were definitely in here. The mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. And this control room is totally separate from the data center area with all the monitors. In other words,
Hey,
maybe the mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Kyoko's theory was right. But if the mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here, that means they've been inside the school this whole time, right? Guess that would have to be true. But if that is true, we're just gonna get this flashback a million times. This whole segment, I know. The 16th students, yes, we get it. Then the mastermind, Monokuma's puppeteer, really is a 16th student. No, it can't be. There's no way, right? Alright. What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like that face you're making. Oh, no, it's nothing. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh no! We made her sad! What about you? Is everything okay? Oh, well, it's just... This is where the mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something. I can't say it isn't possible, but I really hope it's not true. So, like,
So,
you want to leave soon? There's still lots of other places to check out. Yeah, good point. We can't waste all our time standing around here. Okay, you want to get going? Yeah. I want to look at this fucking... What's wrong, Makoto? Let's hurry up and get out of here. I want to look at the fucking latch! Like, what is that on the floor? Ooh. As soon as the door to the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What was that? The door, it just locked on its own. What? My hand shot out to grab the doorknob. Ooh, that's scary. That's spooky. We got some ghosts. You're gonna have to burn some sage up in here. You're right, it's locked, but why? Oh! Of course it's locked, because the data center is now restricted! Monokuma? The latch in the floor? Someone was hiding in there. Someone was hiding in there. I didn't fucking realize that until now. I've played this game like 3 times! And I was always like, I want to get into that latch. I want to see what's under there. Why won't the game let me in there? And I never fucking realized it's because the mastermind is hiding in that hatch when we're investigating that room. I'm a fucking dumbass. Okay, well, whatever. Hey, no fair. You can't just go around restricting whatever you feel like.
Hey!
It's for your benefit. Because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school mascot just upped and stopped moving. Then that room...
Yep.
As you may have guessed, that's where my controls are. So right now you're being operated by someone in that room.
Yes, indeed.
Correctamundo.
You're a liar.
But that doesn't make any sense. We were just in there and we didn't see anyone. Oh, you didn't? Did you? Are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been? They even point out... Oh my god, they even point out the fucking hatch and It's been a while since I've played this game, okay? It's been a while. I've been a fucking dumbass this entire time. No way. The hatch on the floor? Too bad, that was your one big chance and you blew it!
Too bad.
Of course that hatch can't be open from the outside anyway, so whatever. Now then, this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Peace! He's gone, but...
So,
Was he telling the truth? The mastermind was hiding in there? In fact, if you think back to when we got locked out of the room, that proves it for sure.
Huh?
Then, when I said we should leave, well, that hatch couldn't be open from the outside anyway, right? So it's not your fault.
Sorry.
Okay. Anyway, we don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most of the time we have left. You're right. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's keeping my body moving.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go run around and tell everyone what we found here. Nice. You got me all motivated again.
You got it.
Okay, I'm out. See you later. Alright, she's gone. Well, that's the music room. We don't need to be in the music room. Okay. Here's my pet peeve about this game. They made a big old fancy, like, actual hallway and, like, special room and shit for the music room. but they never fucking use it in the game. Like, it's the most useless room in the whole game. Like, at least every other room in this school gets, like, an actual, like, purpose. But, like, the music room? Completely just useless. Anyways. Let's just continue. Here we are in the headmaster's office. Oh, look! Tagami's here. I've heard an awful lot about it, but this will be my first time seeing it for myself. Ah, Makoto, it's you. Oh, Yakuya. That was interesting. There are trophies and even a shield in this display case. Even the headmaster's room, there's a monitor. And a surveillance camera. The bookshelf seems really well made, and it's filled with files and thick books. Okay, let's put this on the desk.
Come on.
Hey, Makoto.
Not possible.
Are you ignoring me? You think I'll forgive that just because you're you?
Such ignorance.
When we get out of here, remember this moment. Excuse you? I'm trying to investigate. Like, fuck you. Well, you came to the right place You came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting? Yes. Don't pull out your dick, please. What do you mean, something interesting? Take a look at this! It was on top of that pathetically ostentatious desk. Ostentatious. That's the word. Class number 78, student registry. Well, it says student roster on the actual photo, but okay. Contains the profiles for all of us, and Mukuro.
So in other
Apparently,
words...
Class 78 refers to us. Wait, when we found Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room...
I see.
That's right, it also mentioned Class 78. This must be where Kyoko got that page. And since the rest of our profiles are listed in there along with her...
In other words...
Then there can be no doubt Mukuro was a student here at Hope's Peak Academy, just like the rest of us. Shh, that must be how Kyoko learned about it. But it seems that Kyoko was in a hurry. Huh? What do you mean? I'm talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing, the way the paper had been crumpled, she must have been in a hurry. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. But what's your point? She was in so much of a hurry that she only got the first page. The first page? Correct. Mukuro's profile actually contains 2 pages. What?
So in other words...
In other words, when it comes to this profile, there was more information about Mukuro that we still didn't have. What kind of information is it? Why do you ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, can't you? Seems to be some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself. I don't know what kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left such an interesting clue. Oh boy. I was half listening to Byakuya as I skimmed through the report. Mukuro reappeared suddenly, and in the background an entity floats. Close, but just out of reach. The entity known as the Ultimate Despair. Look at the photo! Wow! Wow! It's a cute little photo! Right now, I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Mukuro definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about all this. I need to push forward with my research into the Ultimate Despair. And I need to pay attention to Mukuro's behavior too. This is just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir, when she entered Hope's Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. That fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students, after all. But if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I will be forced to take all reasonable measures. I'm So she was part of the ultimate despair. I don't think there can be any doubt about it now. But wouldn't that mean Mukuro and the Mastermind were allies? So why would they kill her? Plus, even the headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Mukuro was capable of. They would have had to take her completely by surprise to kill her like that. Or maybe it means the Mastermind is even stronger than Mukuro was.
What?
What's wrong, Makoto? Huh?
That's fine.
You seem to be lost in thought, but I thought I should probably point out one other thing. There's another important bit of information within the file that you should know. What is it? Did you notice the picture in there? A picture of a girl perhaps you've never seen before. A girl who seems to be included as part of our class, number 78. That should be enough for you to figure out who the girl is. And further information about that girl is included in the file. 5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds. It even lists her vitals. 31, 22, 32. Well, what do you think? What do I think? Are you asking me, like, if she has a nice body?
Stop talking.
You hopeless idiot. What I'm trying to tell you is, maybe you'll want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll want to make your way back to the corpse, and maybe you'll think, oh, could that mean... Wait, is he trying to say... there's a chance the body actually isn't Mukuro? Is that what he's saying? Personally, what I'm thinking seems all but impossible, but it wouldn't hurt to confirm, right?
It's all clear now.
That's all I was trying to say. What you do with that information is your business. So I'm back to being his errand boy. Alright. Oh, and one last thing. It's a bit of advice from me to you, so I just suggest you pay attention. Advice for me? You seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well. It's not that we're getting along, she's just done a lot to help me. Well, don't put too much faith in her. Huh?
In other words...
The cost of that faith might be more than you can afford. What are you saying? Just what I think. Call it a hunch. A hunch? But my hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it or leave it as you will. I'll keep it in mind. Thanks. Okay, well. The only other thing is these papers on the ground, so... There are documents scattered all over the floor. Somehow it makes me feel anxious. And the only other thing is this, so... Alright, well, I think we've, I think we've exhausted all of this. Alright, so, now we have to go up to the biolab on the 5th floor. Okay, so everything else is up here on the 5th floor, but we're gonna go to the biolab first. Because we're just gonna do that. Part of me also wants to go to 5C. Because we might actually need that too. You never know. There might be some clues in there. Alright, it is very chilly in here. Very chilly indeed. Well, here I am in the biolab. It's so cold. It's like abnormally cold. I feel like I'm in a giant refrigerator. Seriously, why is it so cold? Alright, let's look around. There's icicle hills hanging from the monitor. It's that cold. I'm surprised the surveillance cameras can work with how cold it is in here. Here's the stack of tarps. I've been seeing a lot of those things lately. Erg, it's so cold. Why is it cold in here? That's the first thing I need to figure it out. Well... You think maybe it would be, the morgue? There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. And on the left side, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. But on the other side, there's some kind of weird machine. Seen something like this before. Oh, that's it. I've seen this kind of thing in horror movies and stuff. It's a fridge for storing dead bodies. Does this mean the biolab is actually a morgue? No. No, it's just a giant refrigerator. I should probably take a closer look around. Oh, there's some kind of booklet here. Looks like an instruction manual. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all of your cadaver needs. In addition to germicidal lamps, we also provide an ozone generator for the removal of ethylene gas. Simply insert the cadaver, and the blue light will let you know the automated systems have activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimum settings. With our system, anyone can keep a body as fresh as a daisy for as long as you need. In the unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate and an alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is stainless steel, and we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package. This is the instruction manual for the fridge. And there's some kind of weird machine. Okay. Well, looking around, I think I get it. It seems clear to me now. It's a makeshift morgue. Alrighty then. And about those lights by each slot. It looks like it's set up so that when a slot is occupied, the blue light comes on. Which would mean inside each slot lit up in blue, another one of the victims is. Alrighty. Can't let my emotions take control right now. All your dead friends are sitting right in front of you, basically. Interesting. There's only one thing I can do for everyone who's died, and that's defeat the mastermind. And to do that, I have to continue my investigation. I don't have any other option. Alright, is there anything else in here that I need to look at? No? Alright, I think we're good. We can now look at the dead body again. Though I do want to actually look in here one more time, just to make sure we're not forgetting anything. Alright. Nothing else in here that I need, really? Are you sure? The room is covered in blood. I can hardly stand to look at it. I don't think we need anything in here. Okay. Doesn't make sense to me that we wouldn't need anything in here, because that is one of the mysteries, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Alright, let's head to the dojo. Oh, Toko's here. Oh, Toko, so this is where you were.
What do you want?
What do you want? I'm so disgusting. Am I so disgusting you want me out of your sight? No, that's not it at all. I just thought maybe you'd found a clue. Well, I haven't. I didn't find anything. Not a single clue. I figured since this place was related to the case, it would have had something, right? But there wasn't anything out of the ordinary here. Give it back. Give me my precious time. Calm down, Toko. Or Toko?
What's your problem?
Toko. Don't tell me to calm down. Do you have any idea what I'm going through right now? When everyone finds out, they're gonna call me useless, good for nothing. Nobody's gonna say that. Master will. I'm not sure I can disagree with that. I don't want that. I'm sick of always being looked down on. Why won't anyone accept me? Well, I don't think there's any clues here, so maybe I'm gonna get going. What about the fucking locker? Okay, well, I guess not. No clue here. The only other place is the fucking garden. Oh boy, here we go. Huh? It's gone. Her body is gone! Where did it go? Did it get absorbed by the man-eating plant? The Monokuma flower. Is it true? Does it really eat paper, plastic, and people? There are still just 4 chickens left. Honestly, I'd be kind of terrified if there were more than that. Okay, maybe it's in the shed. Like, maybe it was moved. I didn't find anything even close to a dead body, but if it's not here either, then it must be... Could it be in the biolab? But corpses aren't the only thing I need to check in on here. There's one more other thing. That tart. That tart played a key role in yet another case, so I better look into it. The killer used the tarp to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet, which means the killer might have left some kind of clue here. We're doing the big searching. We're doing the big searching. We're at the end game here, pretty much. After we finish this investigation, I'm gonna save it for next week, obviously, but next week we're doing the final stretch of this game. It's the end, basically. I didn't notice this before, but there's a small stamp on one corner of the tarp. It says Biolab. Then this originally came from Biolab. Alrighty. That's all I really need to check here. Alrighty. Oh. Oh no. We had to go back to the biolab.
This is a school announcement. Is everyone working hard? Is your investigation coming along nicely? Well then, since you're all giving it your best, your generous headmaster will give you a little hint.
Ooh, okay.
For those of you who are interested, please make your way to the gym ASA possible.
What? Now he wants to give us a hint? Suspicious, but there's no doubt about that. This could be a trap. But even knowing that, he said to go to the gym, right? Really? We were just about to check the bodies, man. Oh, hey, hero. Ah! Makoto! Why'd you act so surprised? Oh, no reason. You heard Monokuma's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say? I just did, actually. I'm on my way out. You already talked to him? What did he say? Listen, sorry, but I gotta go. Hero, wait. There was no point in trying to stop him. He ran off like a frightened animal. Hero? It's like he was trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in the locker. Has he been hiding something this whole time? Something seems fishy about this. We're getting another motivation, basically. Oh. Okay.
I am Monokuma!
Hello, welcome, welcome. Hello, are you ready for your final hint? Well, it just so happens to be in the envelope on the ground in front of you. The envelope? This one? This must be the envelope. And just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside. What? Don't worry, just get on with it. Alrighty then. What I found was a single photograph. Ooh. Okay. So it seems it featured a bunch of faces I recognized extremely well. It was everyone who come to Hope's Peak at the same time as me. Wait, but there's someone behind Sayaka. She's the only one I don't recognize. Wait, that's not true. I do recognize her. That's right, when Byakuya and I were in the headmaster's room, we looked at that file. It's her, it's Mukuro. Then this girl is... What? Why? Why is Mukuro here with everyone else? And even more than that, just having everyone here posed like this is weird enough by itself. And we're all wearing matching uniforms. I don't remember anything like this. Where the hell is... Wait a minute. The only person not in the photo is Naegi. So he must be the one taking the photo, for one. Right? Makes sense. And now that I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. I'm not in the picture. I'm the only one not there. The picture has all 15 other students, but not me. But I guess that makes sense. After all, I don't remember ever taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Sayaka, but the first time I met everyone else was when I arrived here at Hope's Peak Academy. So it's natural for me not to be in this picture, but what's definitely unnatural is that everyone else is in the picture. I thought everyone was like me, and I didn't know each other until they got here. But if the picture is real, then could it be everyone else and just me? Everyone here except me is... How long are you gonna keep up this rambling soliloquy of yours, Hamlet?
What are you gonna do?
You're kind of getting in the way of standing there, you know. So I mean, get out. But I told you I'm not fielding any questions. What kind of mystery would this be if I gave you all the answers? That'd be totally out of left field. A bunch of gibberish. I guess that means he's done talking. Damn it. Alright. So in the end, all I found in the gym was even more confusion. And with that confusion in hand, I left the gym dejected. How does that count as a hint? It just made me even more confused. Is that what Monokuma was going for? Did he put together a fake photo just to confuse me? But it looks so real, so full of life. How could anyone fake that? Which would mean everyone but me. Maybe I should just ask everyone directly. That should clear all this up. No, I have to clear all this up. Alright, well first off, I want to go back to the freaking biolab. We gotta look at these, what the heck is that? We gotta go there, don't we? Oh, there's stuff in the archive. Okay, let's go there. Go. Go there. We'll go. We're gonna go to the library. There's something in the archives, so we gotta go into the archives, I guess. Alrighty. Let's talk to Togami. Oh, Byakuya. Listen, do you think we could talk?
That's enough.
I have nothing to talk to you about. Don't talk to me as if we're friends. What? Okay. Do we need anything in here? Okay, well I guess we don't need anything in here. I'm sure anyone watching the broadcast would just eat that kind of drama up. Alright, well, let's just head back up to the fucking 5th floor and look at that, biolab. Okay. Woo, where are we going? Gotta run down this long-ass hallway. The layout of the school is just so random. Alright, we're... Oh! Oh no. Are you okay, Toko? Oh! We haven't talked to Genocider Jill for a while. She hasn't been around. It's cold. Like, it's super cold. It's so cold I think I might catch a cold. If you keep taking naps in places like this, I'm sure you will.
I see.
What? I was asleep? I must have fainted again. I bet you were standing there staring at me, getting all excited, weren't you? No, I wasn't. Oh, then what? Hot and bothered? Straight up horny? Okay, so why did you pass out? I don't know. Last thing I remember was me waking up just now. What'd you do to Miss Morose? Oh, that's right. Your memory stops and starts each time you switch. Bingo bazingo! I just said that. I have every regret in my life now. We share some basic knowledge, but our memories are just very much separate. And don't say it like it's a bad thing. It's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Because even if she forgets something, I totally remember. So it's like double the memory. No, it's more like half. Okay. But all I want to know right now is, where's my little darling? Tell me now, or I'll slit your throat. I don't know. I'm sure he's around somewhere, but he's doing his own investigating.
Yes.
By himself? I assume so. I knew it. I totally knew it. I'm a total pro when it comes to all things master. Anyway, I gotta hurry. I can't even imagine how lonely he must be right now. Okay. Well, there's no point in asking her. Well, it might have to do with there's being a dead body right there. The fridge, it's open! But I'm sure they were all shut tight last time I was here. That must be why she passed out.
Right.
She faints so easily. Oh, hey! It's Kyoko.
Makoto.
It's getting late, isn't it? Are you okay?
Indeed.
I'm sorry if I made you worry. No, you don't have to apologize.
Listen.
But listen, about this room. Oh yeah,
It would seem...
it's a morgue. Yeah,
I knew it.
I suspected as much. And Toko must have looked inside the fridge, seen what was in there, and well, there you have it. You knew she fainted?
Indeed.
I was on my way here when Genocide Jack came running past me. I assumed she must have sneezed, but once I got inside, the real reason became clear.
It would seem...
I imagine she came here to investigate, and when she opened the slot there, that's when she saw the body inside and dropped like a bag of rocks. Why is everybody gotta be so difficult with her? Anyway, we should close it up. Don't want to leave it hanging out in the open like that. Yeah, good idea.
Makoto.
Give me a hand with this. Kyoko approached the fridge, hands outstretched, but suddenly she stopped. What's wrong?
Listen.
Maybe we should wait a second before closing it. Huh? How come? Because Mukuro's body is in there. We're gonna have to do some investigating.
I see.
Just like every other time, the Mastermind probably brought it up here while we were in the class trial. The Mastermind did it? Because they assumed we wouldn't be doing the class trial over again, I guess.
So...
You may be right. Either way, now I can finally get a good look at the body. Oh, that's right. Kyoko didn't get a chance to check the body during the last investigation.
Makoto.
I need to do my own examination of the corpse as soon as possible. I'm going to find I need a clue this time, and I'm going to grab the mastermind by the tail. Okay, so what should I do?
So then,
Why don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished. Just wait over there? That's it? Why not? It's a fridge meant for storing dead bodies. Can't do it. I can't look inside. I've already looked through this instruction manual. More importantly, on the left side of the refrigerator, the blue lights are on. These ones aren't.
it would seem...
It would seem the blue light comes on when a slot is occupied. So when someone's in there, the blue light comes on. Looking around the number of lights that are on, including Mukuro's, there's 9 in all. 9. 9 lights? Huh. Hello! Welcome. We're almost at the end of the game. Alright, well... I should ask Kyoko about that group photo. After all, she's in it too. Don't let me interrupt your investigation, but I want to talk to you about something. What is it? It's about that announcement Monokuma made earlier. You mean the one about a hint or something? I didn't take him up on the offer. Huh? Why not?
Because...
The only reason he'd give us a hint at this point would be to confuse us, to cloud our judgment. I've been trying to watch for the whole time, but it hasn't let me. Oh, I don't know why. I can solve this mystery on my own without whatever hints he may have to offer. That's a good point. I wish I could go back and do the same thing, but what's done is done, I guess. Standing here looking at her, I don't think she's hiding anything from me. Is she right? Did the mastermind forge that picture as a trap to confuse us? That's gotta be it. There's no other explanation. Kept saying I was offline. That's weird. It's like I've had people come in and out all night, pretty much. I should ask Kyoko about that group photo. I already asked her this. Oh. Okay. We've been through this already.
Because...
We've been through this already. Okay, can we look at the body again? It's a fridge meant for storing dead bodies. Okay, what am I supposed to do now? You know, I think I've seen the tarp like this somewhere before. Ah, it's the same one I found in the garden tool shed. If I remember, that tarp had the stamp on it that said Biolab. And that's the tarp that was used to help camouflage the murder in the garden. At some point, someone got it from the Biolab and took it over there. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, Makoto, I'm done. Already? Geez, that was fast.
Indeed.
Anyone can do good work if they go slow. In that spirit, I'll make my report brief. So, did you find anything?
Indeed.
I paid careful attention to the wounds and the traces of the blood. It seems highly likely that the stomach wound and blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death. Ooh! Really? The burnt tissue made things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings. So that means neither of those were the fatal injury, right? Then what was the fatal injury? Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with the object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. The only other option is those other wounds, but the file said that they were old. The fatal injury was gaming.
Is that right?
Where they were a gamer. Where does it say they're old? Huh?
Because...
All of the Monokuma file says is that they were inflicted at least several days ago. I guess. I don't see the difference.
Wrong.
Well, the difference is immense, considering the impression they give.
Listen.
You seem to be equating several days old with simply old.
However...
But that doesn't quite follow logically. Old wounds makes it sound like they've been there forever, like they're not related to the murder. Are you saying they are? But we all got the Monokuma file right after she was killed, right? So if the wounds were at least a few days old, there's no way they could have had anything to do with it.
So then...
But what if Mukuro herself wasn't killed within the last few days? What?
At the very
Certainly
least...
you can allow it as one of the many possibilities, can't you? One of many?
Right.
A detective doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answer from the beginning. Instead, the ideal detective begins by imagining as many possible scenarios as they can.
In other words...
They envision these possibilities without prejudice, without bias, using only their logic and common sense. Then, as they investigate, they test what they find against each of these possibilities. Deep vein thrombosis. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be any good at detective work. But beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, you should keep it in mind for the future. Alrighty then.
Hey.
So if there are anything else you'd like to know about the condition of the body, now's the time. Come to think of it, there was one thing. Earlier, when I was looking at Mukuro's profile, it listed her height and weight.
So...
5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds. Vitals were 31, 22, 32. Did I get all that right? You remembered all that? They are indeed consistent with the corpse. So then...
Indeed.
And don't forget about the Fenrir tattoo. There's absolutely no mistake.
Indeed.
Our victim in this case, without a doubt, is Mukuro Ikusaba. Alrighty.
And?
Is that all you wanted to ask? Yeah, I think so.
So then...
Then it looks like we have no further business with Mukuro's body. Let's get going. It's kind of chilly in here. Oh, wait. We're not going to put the body back? Don't you think it's kind of sad leaving it out like this?
Why?
Sad? Did you forget? She was our enemy once. A part of the ultimate despair. But she still got killed. She's still a victim.
Hey.
Have you ever heard the phrase, you reap what you sow? Well, yeah, but still. You really are naive, you know that? It's really quite appalling. But she could have abandoned me, but she decided to help me instead. So for some reason, like someone like that, what does it mean to be naive?
So then...
I think we've done all we can do here. Back to our separate investigations, yes? Ah, hold on. I still have one more thing to do. Something I need to talk to Kyoko about. I need to ask her about the pocketbook found in that locker. If I don't do it now... At 97 pounds, you could never do the shit she does well, she does. So, too bad. Hey, Kyoko. I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask.
What?
Go ahead, then. Out with it. Have you really not seen your dad even once since you got here?
What?
What?
So...
What do you mean? Well, you know all those lockers on the second floor of the dorms?
Indeed.
I do, yes. But to get into any of the lockers, you need the handbook of whoever the locker belongs to. Actually, I managed to get them open using that emergency handbook.
I see.
The one you found in the headmaster's hidden room.
And?
So, did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers? I found a pocketbook, and after looking through it, I think it must be your pocketbook.
Why is that?
What makes you say that?
Because...
Like I said, only the locker's owners should be able to get into it, right? I can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. After all, we only got access to that area just recently. What I'm saying is, there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers. And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker? Everything you said just makes perfect sense, but if there was something written inside... Oh, but there was something written inside. It was about the headmaster, about your father.
What? If that's true...
Could that mean that video is real too? Video? Makoto, I think everything is starting to fit together to reveal a cohesive picture. Although I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything we could have imagined. What are you talking about? I need to go and investigate those lockers right now. I need to confirm what you said with my own 2 eyes. Oh, let me give you the headmaster's handbook. That way you can...
So...
That won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problem opening the locker with my own handbook. After all, it would seem that it's my locker. Your locker?
Makoto.
If you watch this, it'll all make sense. A DVD? And it says Class 78, urgent interviews.
So...
I found it in that hidden room after you left.
Anyway...
I don't have any time to explain exactly what I think it means, so just go watch it and see for yourself. I think you'll realize exactly what it means. You'll understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us have ever seen before. Alright. But I guess that means there's some important clue on this DVD. Guess what?
Makoto.
Oh, and now it's my turn. Do you have a second to listen to me ramble? Ramble?
In other words...
So as it turns out, the arrangements I'd made didn't stick. What I mean is, I'm less and less sure of everything, even of my own feelings. You're talking about your dad, right? I can never find the answers to the questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life. All because of the mastermind.
However...
But there's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness. I swore I swore to destroy the mastermind. This is just one more reason to follow through on that. Kyoko's eyes burned with a fire of determination. Determination to defeat the mastermind. I can't speak today. It's strange to be confronted with his death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness.
Why?
So why does it bother me so much to know how he suffered? It's ridiculous. There's just no understanding it, I guess. She let out a small laugh as she said it, but her smile was filled with sorrow.
Whew.
So that's it for my rambling. There's still much to do before I consider my task complete. Yeah, you're right.
Hey.
But keep this in mind. There is only ever one absolute truth. Whether that truth serves justice or suffering. Whether it's the greatest truth or the worst. What do you mean?
Makoto.
Even if the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope. Absolutely not, because all I can do is keep moving forward. That's pretty much all I'm good at, you know? Indeed. Sorry if that was strange.
So then...
Anyway, I need to get going. Listen, this was not during the time when Blu-ray was, you know, the main thing, okay? This was during the time when DVDs were still the thing. I still have I have like hundreds of DVDs still. Alrighty, let's go to the AV room. We're not losing hope. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Where the hell is the fucking AV room? Oh, we just passed it. Nothing is more useless in this game than the fucking music room on the 4th floor. Nothing happened in that. Nothing happened in that room. No, they don't. They don't support 4K HDR ray tracing. I don't know what the fuck that even means. Alright, well. This should be able to play DVDs just fine. Well, then I better take a look. I took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it in the player. It said that it was playing, but nothing appeared on the screen. I stared into the black of the monitor. Must have been only a few seconds. But to me it felt like an eternity. And then all of a sudden, an image appeared. Sayaka? What? It means good graphics. I don't give a shit about graphics. I just want it to have anime waifus in it. It took me by total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long, and there she was! there she be! She right there!
Okay then, are you ready to begin?
Oh. Wait a minute, did they get the same voice actor as the anime to voice June? Or Jin. It's Jin. Jin Kirigiri. Okay then, are you ready to begin? The voice I heard was of the man positioned on one side of the screen. It was the voice of the middle-aged man.
I do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation.
That bitch tried to kill me. Oh shit, it's not playing. Must be a laser disc. Okay, hold on. I gotta look. Hold on. I gotta look up the voice of Jin Kirigiri. I gotta look it up. Hold the phone. Where is it? Where is my Google? The Google? Jin Kirigiri voice. Okay, so in Japanese it's Rikia Koyama? Okay, but like who voiced him in English? Not the TV show. I don't care. J. Michael Tatum. AKA whatchamacallit, Ida from My Hero Academia. And Kyoya from Orin High School Host Club. But I don't know if he did it. I don't know if he did it for the game. Let's see. I don't think. No, it was J. Michael Tatum the whole time. Yeah. Okay, no, wait, hold on. What about in the game? This is just for the animes. What about the game? Game. Ooh, the Reddit. The Reddit! I'm currently in an argument with my friends about the English. Yep. Everywhere I look lists him as unknown, but I'm convinced he's the same voice actor as Mondo Awada, Keith Silverstein. Yep, it's definitely Keith. Maybe show your friends some of his other roles and it might be clear to him. Kind of funny since Mondo stands next to Kyoko in Trials. Oh, okay, so in the game it's the same voice actor as Keith, whatever his name is. I can't believe that Ida is Kirigiri's dad! That's only in the anime. In the anime. Not in the game. I do apologize, but I don't... I mean, you can also say, if you do that logic, you can also say that Makoto Nijima is Makoto Naegi's little sister. So, the Makotos.
I'm a little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
Sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single millimeter.
So this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute. It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much. Now then, let me get straight to the point. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
You want me to accept that? Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. It made total sense. Who would agree to spending the rest of their life in this school? I accept! What?
Thank you. And I'm sorry about all this. Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe.
That didn't work out, though.
As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
As if on cue, that's where the video cut out. There's a lot I hadn't understood up until now. But only this, I simply couldn't comprehend what I'd heard. Because I know how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here. I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. She wanted that so bad, and she tried to frame me for murder. So why? I love how he's just like, yeah, she framed me for murder. Like... Oh. There's another... What? That's us! That's me! Huh? What I saw was me. Impossibly, undeniably me.
So, Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation.
Yes.
Why he sound like... Bryce Pappenbrook, let me tell you. You have no inflection whatsoever. Your Naeki voice, it sounds exactly like your fucking Komaeda voice. Just a little less crazy. I mean, I guess that's the whole fucking point, isn't it? Me and the headmaster were looking at each other. We're looking at each other alright. He and I were having what seemed like a fairly normal conversation. But the I in the here and now, had absolutely no memory of it. I had no memory of even meeting the headmaster, much less sitting down to talk with him like this.
Now, shall we get straight to the point? Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
Yes.
Just... Keith Silverman is the old guy, Yamashita. Oh, like the guy that follows, what's his name around the whole time. I don't remember their names, I'm sorry. I don't remember most anime people's names until, like, I actually, like, read the manga or whatever. This can't be real. I said yes?
I'm sorry I'm putting you through all this.
Well, I mean, we don't have much of a choice, do we?
Simon Belmont. Interesting.
But I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you.
He's also Shido. As in like the main bad guy of Persona 5.
As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
That's all I know about that. Alright, the video cut out. Repeated the same scene again with the others. We got Byakuya. We got Toko. We got Hina. Everyone. They all said that they had agreed to live in this school forever. And then... Kyoko. Her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without a doubt, she had met him. She'd sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, her father. And when he asked her his question, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted a life within the school. Just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up, the monitor suddenly went black. Huh? It wasn't just the monitor, the DVD player itself had apparently turned off, which of course meant that the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened?
Say what?
Oopsie, looks like it broke. Out of service. What? It just so happened to break just now?
Too bad.
Now then, win doesn't matter. Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right? Failure my ass. You cut the power on purpose. Well, whatever. Even if I watch the whole thing, it'd just be more of the same. He's one of those rapping dudes in Devilman Crybaby. Hell yeah, I love that show. I love Devilman. He'd ask them the question, and they'd all say yes. Couldn't help myself. I let out a huge, exasperated sigh, but as I did, I remembered something.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At the time I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to the school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But What would make you forget all that?
Hey,
It's strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. For the extinction of mankind. Alright, so does that mean I've lost my memory too? What about the others? Have we all forgotten? Or... interview DVD. Oh! Oh... It looks like the investigation is done.
For anything that has a start, there has to be an end. And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start. There is no night that doesn't have a dawn. Although that dawn is totally pitch black, there is no storm that won't eventually end. Of course, then that leads to drought. But as I said, every end is the promise of a new beginning. Which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again. Because the end is only the beginning. Anyway, let's get started. The beginning of the end of the class trial.
Alrighty.
Everyone gather once again at you know where.
Well, it's about to begin again. Class trial is gonna start. Gorilla voices. Gorilla voice. My favorite Keith Silverman role. Gorilla voices. Alright. The last time all our lives will be on the line. The last time hope and despair are on the line. I have news for you, Makoto. You have, like, 3 other fucking... Well, okay, you have, like, way more events to go through after this game, trust me. I don't have a choice, I have to do this. Okay, then. This is the end. Well... like he says, this is the end. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm leaving the last part for next week. Because I have an all-out, big, huge thing to, I have a little bit of a plan. For it. We're gonna have a big little celebration once we finish. So, yeah. Unfortunately, I am going to have to end the stream. So, thank you guys very much for joining me. It was a lot of fun. I got a couple new followers, so hello and thank you to my new followers. I'm this much closer to being an affiliate, which is going to be kind of cool, because then I'll be actually getting money for streaming. It won't be very much, obviously, because I don't make money. I don't stream that out. I'm gonna cosplay as the sword from the first trial. Yeah! That's it! No, I do have a cosplay in mind, though. I am gonna cosplay for the last trial. And you'll see. But anyways, thank you guys for showing up. It was very fun to do this. I'm so excited for the next episode, which will happen next Monday. Thanks, guys. Bye.